it's Ashley, and seeing as how we are a week into June, I figured we should do our April and May Dahl check-in. Yay for being on time. If you are new to this channel or new to this idea, I am trying to read all of Roald Dahl's books in 2016. I've got a checklist, I've got all sorts of things. I'll leave a link down below to my Year of Dahl playlist so you can check out all the other videos. And also linking you to my blog post where I announced it and have a printable checklist of all the Dahl books. So without further ado, let's get into the 5 books that I read towards the Year of Dahl in April and May. These are in no particular order, just the order I grabbed them in. So I have The Enormous Crocodile. This is a very short children's book. I mean, they're all kind of children's books, but this is like younger children. This is about an enormous crocodile, as you might expect from the title, who likes to eat children, and he decides he's going to go eat 2 children today. All of the other jungle animals are like, no, you can't do that, that's horrible, and they conspire against him to stop him from eating children. I quite enjoyed this. I loved the artwork like always, but I always love when we get color artwork in Roald Dahl books from Quentin Blake. It just makes it even more fun, you know? Like, look at that scene. How much fun is that? I mean, not so much fun in the actual story because they're all running away from the crocodile, but you get what I'm saying. I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was just as fun and whimsical as the others. It made me laugh out loud, and I mean, you better just get used to me saying I really enjoyed this book and it was fun and whimsical, because I feel like that's what I say with every Dahl book, because it's the truth. I haven't yet met a Dahl book that I haven't liked. Next up, we have SEO Trot. This book got 4 out of 5 stars for me. It's about a man who is in love with his downstairs neighbor, has been for many, many years. However, she is so obsessed and in love with her pet tortoise that she just can't even fathom anything else going on in the world. So he concocts this whole giant, crazy scheme to get her to notice him and fall in love with him. It involves buying 140 tortoises of varying shapes and sizes, and this incantation that's all said backwards, hence SEO Trot is tortoise backwards. Really, really fun. Again, it made me laugh out loud and shake my head at how ridiculous this storyline is, but I can imagine kids cracking up with the story. So this got 4 out of 5 stars from me. Wasn't my favorite, but still really good. Next up, we have one that is a contender for one of my favorite Dahl books, and that is The Giraffe and the Pelican and Me. In this book, we have a giraffe, a pelican, and a monkey. They befriend this little boy, and together they decide they're going to have a window washing business because the giraffe has a magical neck that can extend to any length, so they don't need a ladder. The pelican can hold all the water and soap in his beak, and the monkey is the one who climbs up and does all the scrubbing. This was just so much fun. I really, really enjoyed this story. It totally captivated me. I loved all of the characters in it. Every little bit of this story I absolutely loved. All the little songs and poems woven throughout, all of the mayhem and craziness, all of the magical elements that made this book so fantastic. It was wonderful. It's definitely one of my tops so far this year. Next is the most recent Dahl book I have read, and that is Boy, Tales of a Childhood. This is the first of his autobiographical books. As you might expect, it covers stories from his childhood. He's very careful in the beginning to say that this is not an autobiography, it's just random remembered stories of his childhood. A lot of them have to do with punishment or injury, because as you can imagine, those would be the things that stick in a little boy's mind the most, along with unfair punishments. That is also featured in here. I really enjoyed this, getting to see a glimpse into his life as a child, seeing how these things may have shaped him into the wonderful storyteller and man that he became. Also, because it was such a different time when he was growing up than it is now, to see how things happen. You know, him talking about surgeries, how when he went to get his tonsils taken out, they just kind of said open wide and like hacked out a piece of his throat. Things like that just had me kind of spellbound of how different times were not even 100 years ago. So I just really, really enjoyed this. It's definitely in a different class than his fiction works, clearly because it's nonfiction, but it was definitely still written with children in mind, so it's safe for any age. But I definitely enjoyed this. 5 out of 5 stars. And the last book that I have to show you is the BFG, which I've got the poster for because I got this at BookCon. The movie comes out July 1st, so I wanted to make sure to get to this very, very soon. This is about a big friendly giant in a land of not so friendly giants. Rather than being like all the other giants and being mean and eating people, the BFG collects dreams and sends the good ones into windows so that children will have good dreams at night. One night, as he's going about his nightly routine, he is spotted by a little girl named Sophie, which is against giant rule, so he kidnaps her, takes her off to the land of giants, and begins becomes this fun adventure for her. It's so cute. I loved this book. I loved seeing all these different giants and how the giant world is, and then how it intersects with our world, and just all of the things that it went into it. 5 out of 5 stars. I cannot wait to see this movie. I will most likely maybe be doing a review of it. I haven't done a movie review before, but I feel like I kind of have to with BFG because it's the year of Dahl. Come on now. So there you have it, the 5 books that I read towards the year of Dahl in the months of April and May. Let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these, what your favorite Dahl book is, what your favorite moment of these books were, and are you excited for the BFG movie? Because I definitely am. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful, magical, scrumdiddlyumptious day, and I will see you later. Bye!